The evolution of London, every year, 1900 to 2023. When and how did London evolve from a small Roman settlement to the busy modern metropolis it is today? London, which occupies land along the Thames River, began as a Roman settlement in the year 43 AD and ruled until the fall of the empire in the 5th century AD. The United Kingdom's government operates out of this city and serves as the nation's economic hub. It has long been a prosperous and populous region, and the city has taken full advantage of its position in southeast England. In contrast to the visible patchwork of districts from various periods in other ancient cities, like Athens or Rome, London's scheduled sites and listed buildings are distinct constructions, often created gradually from elements through different times. Those who explore the city searching for historic sites will find its past spread across its locations and structures. We're talking about the likes of Oxford Street, which is quite similar to streets in Paris. Speaking of the past, let's tell you more about the history of this bustling city. The town's colossal harbor, which the Romans called Londinium, or the original London, helped the city grow to 50,000 in the 3rd century. Anglo-Saxon raids devastated Londinium in the 5th century. By the 9th century, the city had become the seat of power for the Kingdom of Essex. Although Greater London now encompasses 600 square miles, the city's center, which is more significant than that of Manchester, Birmingham, and Bradford, was historically concentrated on the square mile now occupied by the financial city's skyscrapers. After the Saxons took control of England in 410 AD, they razed London and replaced it with scattered farmsteads. Some of them, like Enfield, Hampton, and Chelsea, developed to become the centers of villages that continue to play an essential role in contemporary London. Because of its richness and strength, the Danish Great Heathen Army besieged the town before being taken by King Alfred the Great in 886. King William, Duke of Normandy, who invaded and conquered England in 1067, legitimized the city's pre-existing rights, rules, and privileges. During William's reign, construction of the Tower of London began. After King John strengthened the local autonomy in 1199, cities in 1215 were allowed to elect a new mayor annually. Meanwhile, throughout the 1300s, London's port established itself as a major distribution center for products in Europe. Centralized politics and the rise of maritime commerce, pioneered by Tudors and perpetuated by the Stuarts, benefited London from the early to the mid-17th century. London's population peaked at 100,000 under Henry VIII's rule. It expanded to roughly 200,000 during the Tudor era, after being severely stunted by plagues. As of the middle of the 17th century, its population was well over 500,000. Large-scale urban planning officially started in London in 1665. In 1666, the Great Fire hit London, and it took more than a decade to rebuild the city. The Great Plague, which killed 70,000 people, struck, thereby taking the city's population to horrible living circumstances. London's continued economic growth and prosperity were greatly assisted by the founding of the Bank of England in 1694. It was the second central bank in the world after the Swedish Sveriges Riksbank. It was also the most successful as it allowed for monetary freedom, an engine of imperial expansion in London's status as a global financial hub. Millions of people were attracted to London because of the Industrial Revolution, leading to the city's growth. The Great Stench of 1858 forced the suspension of parliamentary sessions due to the severity of the difficulties caused by the overcrowding. London's population grew from 700,000 in 1750 to nearly 4.5 million in 1901. In the 19th century, London established itself as a global hub for business and finance. Much of modern-day London was built during the Victorian era. In 1888, a new independent territorial entity, the County of London, was administered by the London County Council. London was reorganized in 1963 into the present-day districts of the Old Town and the 32 metropolitan boroughs. In the 17th and 18th centuries, London underwent a period of rapid growth and expansion, becoming a significant city in Europe. The Industrial Revolution also significantly impacted the city, with London becoming a major center for manufacturing and industry. As the 20th century dawned, London continued to grow and evolve, with many new buildings and structures built to accommodate the city's expanding population. London's most significant recent event was the United Kingdom's exit from the European Union in 2020. Today, London is home to over 8 million people and is a global hub for finance, business, and culture. Stay tuned to our channel and turn on post notifications for new updates.